I wasn't in touch with Journey at all. It was like I listened to stuff on the radio and then the stuff my parents had available to me. And then, oh man, I couldn't stop believing.
What's going on, y'all? This is Paranoid Grower. I have a special guest with me today. She is growing within our community. She is also the co-host of Cultivation Conversation. I read a quote today from Amy Tenney and thought of you that says, "The world needs strong women, women who will lift and build others, who will love and be loved, women who will live bravely, both tender and fierce, women of indomitable will. GirlGoGrow. Welcome to the show."
Hello, my darlings. Thank you so much for that super sweet introduction. I love that quote. Yes, the world does need strong, indomitable women.
Damn right. So, what are we smoking on today, ma'am?
I actually have some blueberry muffins. It's not mine. It's actually, I hate to say this, it's actually dispensary bud, but this is kind of my go-to because I grow mostly sativas, and every once in a while I really need something that is an indica that's super high in beta caryophyllene for that anti-pain, anti-inflammatory, and like she's brilliant at this. I love her. She's like the blueberryest blueberry that ever blueberried, and I trust her. I trust the company she comes from. So I really, I'm a big fan of her. So yes, today I needed her because yesterday I cleaned out my entire garage and I'm paying for it now.
Oh, I bet you are. And I know that blueberry does help with all that pain for sure.
Yes, she's wonderful. I really just need to like grow her and have her always. But
Right.
I get distracted by other fun new things and stuff people send me, and I'd rather grow those.
Yep, I completely understand that. Well, I'm actually smoking on some Golden Goat that you had gifted me during my Paranoid Freedom Tour.
Holy hell, I can't believe you still have that.
So I've been saving it. I did smoke a wake and bake, and writing out the notes for the podcast today. I used that for that, and it worked out phenomenally for all that. Just so you know.
That's what she does.
Oh my goodness! So yeah, I normally whenever I try something for the first time, I usually do the dry hit. And something that I wanted to tell you is that it got me salivating for sure. Like I didn't realize because I normally what I do is I'll pop the joint in my mouth and I'll walk around and kind of start just doing like cleaning up or whatever as I'm trying it out. And then as I was going, I was noticing my filter was getting slobbery. I'm like, oh good lord, it was a little bit embarrassing at the moment, but I took care of it and I smoked it and it worked out perfect for me. The uplifting effects was wonderful and definitely very floral on the taste.
Yes, she is lovely. I'm so happy that you like her. I'm so impressed that you still have her because she would have been gone in my house. Like I have such a little bit left of her and I'm so sad. I really need to grow her again because she is my favorite. She and Mango Smile, but Golden Goat really has a special place in my heart. Just the most uplifting, creative, happy, witty, chattery, amazing strain. I love
Absolutely. Her. Yeah. I'm so glad that you gifted this to me. So I appreciate you.
Oh, you're very welcome. I appreciate you too. Yeah, if anybody's interested in growing her, I highly recommend it. She's actually the Golden Goat back cross from Irie Genetics. So
nice.
They're amazing. Couldn't recommend them more.
How was your experience with growing it?
She was really interesting. She took a long time to do things and she really did stuff in her own way. Veg took a long time to like get rolling. And then once I flipped her, because she's a photo, I normally grow autos. So I was like, maybe this stuff is normal. But I flipped her and it took her 4 weeks. 4 weeks to show sex.
Oh,
I was like,
wow.
Excuse me, what's going on here? And I thought I was losing my mind. I was like checking for light leaks. I was making sure that my timers were all right. Everything was totally perfect. She just took her sweet time.
She was just being shy, that's all.
Yeah. I mean, she is very sativa dominant, so girl can take her time. And now I know next time she can do whatever she wants. But she did also have some weirdness to her. I had 3 different mutations on her at the same time. I had a leaf with another leaf growing out of the center of it. I had a leaf with a bud growing out of the center of it, and I had a leaf with an additional like leaf finger growing out of the center of it,
Oh,
completely
wow.
3 sides from each other. She was
Oh.
very interesting. So yeah, grow her out. She'll keep you on your toes.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna have to grow that out for sure.
Yeah, she's great.
Well, what did you get into this weekend? I know you did mention that you were cleaning.
I did. I cleaned my entire garage because it was driving me crazy. I have kids, and so it's just like bikes and toys and sand tables and stuff everywhere. So I was just like, it was driving me nuts. So cleaned it all out, moved everything out, cleaned everything, wiped everything down, moved it all back in, got rid of a bunch of stuff. And that feeling is like it's a weight off your shoulders.
Oh, for sure.
Look at that. And I'm like, so productive. Nice job.
Damn right. I'm proud of you, lady.
Thanks. I'm proud of me too. I have like raging ADHD. So being able to accomplish anything is like, holy how, to give that girl a gold star.
Damn right. That's awesome. Um, yeah. Also, you did the cultivation congregation this morning.
I did. Yeah, right before this. It was fun. It ran really long, but we have a great time. So that's something that we do on over on Cultivation Conversation for our Patreons. It happens once a month, and it's just like a no glasses, little more personal, hang out in the garden, have some coffee type thing. So it's fun. Very close to group.
And how can people get in on that?
So if you're interested, well, first I recommend you like if you're not familiar with Cultivation Conversation, I recommend you watch some of our show. You can find us on YouTube. I think we're on Twitch too, but really like YouTube. You can search for us, and then under the live tab, you can find us, and we're on every Tuesday night, almost every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard on YouTube. And I put up links like on Instagram, and there's a Discord. You can get that either from me if you want to contact me, or from my co-host Captain Autoflower, or you can contact you. There's a link is listed on our website, so you can get it that way. Yeah, everybody's welcome in the Discord, and then Patreon's pretty. We try to keep it inexpensive. It's more a safety thing because we are in prohibition land, so we like to have some level of anonymity. But yeah, some stuff. We do a bunch of giveaways and things.
Oh yeah, sounds like fun.
Mm-hmm. We do have a good time. I love it.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll go ahead and tell you about my weekend.
Yes, please do.
So Friday night, I went to paint night at Burning Acre Dispensary in Nashville, which was hosted by Claudia Calderola. She's also on IG if y'all ever want to check her out. It's CBC underscore the rare oddity. I had a blast. I ended up painting this painting right here.
Oh yeah, let's see it.
Okay, so I still swear I paint like an 8-year-old, guys. So please forgive me.
Practice makes progress.
Yeah, so
Oh,
it's
that's
supposed to be like
great.
a
Are you
smoky
kidding?
house. But what's really cool about this is I use blacklight ink, so it looks completely different in blacklight ink. So yeah,
Yes,
that's
it
yeah.
definitely does. It like glows, especially the green.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, the green and then the purple. Um, and it
I
definitely
love
pops.
it. You've
Yeah,
got like a whole color scheme going there. It totally works in the
yeah.
gallery.
Thank you, thank you.
How
Yeah.
do you find out about these events,
Okay.
especially considering where you are?
Right. So I actually met Claudia at a field party in Murfreesboro like earlier this summer. She had hosted a paint night there, but I didn't realize that's what it was whenever we got there. But she had paintings for sale, and the conversation I had with her was great. So she posts on Facebook and on Instagram and about the different locations that she'll do. The paint night at Burning Acre was a new location, so there wasn't as many people as normal. But the um, Emerald Heart Dispensary in Murfreesboro, that place is popping. There's usually like 15 20 people to paint, so it works out pretty well.
Wow.
It's a big group. But she's building it up. She's doing a really good job, and she's very knowledgeable about painting too, so she can help you out, like especially if there's any questions. And then she also has plenty of brushes, paint that she brings to the table, and usually get a joint out of it too. So that's pretty nice. They walk up and there's a joint already ready for you, and she'll have the paint, or she stencils it out or draws it out, and then puts it on. Is it a teasel? Am I saying
An easel?
easel?
Yeah.
Jesus, a teasel. Yeah, I apologize. So she has it on an easel, but I just can't paint on an easel. Like I have to put it on the table or put it on my lap. Like I don't know. I
Mm-hmm.
can't do
It's
that.
a totally different angle. That's like
Right.
when you're a kid, you're drawn flat. Half the
Yeah.
time, if I'm going to paint or something, like I need my head to be on the table.
Right. Yeah. And you got to sit there and you got to hold your tongue right.
Yep.
But you got to do the whole thing. But the really cool thing about this Burning Acre thing is they had a DJ. It was EDM DJ. I don't have his name, unfortunately, at the moment, but he was really good. He was throwing down. So it's like, as we were painting, I was just kind of grooving
Oh
to
my
the
gosh.
music.
And
Yeah.
the black lights are on.
The black lights are on. Yeah.
And you guys are like all spoken. That's awesome.
Yeah.
What a vibe.
The lady that I went with, she, I don't know what that thing is called. It's the scarf that you spin around. You do like tricks and stuff with. I don't know if you've ever seen it, like
Yeah,
EDM
yeah, yeah.
concerts. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
well, her and the lady that worked at the dispensary both had those, and they were both like doing tricks and stuff. I got video of it. I'll post it on Instagram hopefully today. But it was just really cool. And then the music vibe was awesome. And then I did dabs there. They had a dab bar. I got to try a few things, so I was really excited about that.
Wow. How does she manage this
What do
without
you
getting it shut down?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, she's advertising it as like a puff and paint, right?
Yep.
And she has joints that she's giving out, and she's got a dab station.
It's the dispensary has the dab station, and
Okay.
they're supplying the joints. I believe it's THCA, because it's still legal here in Tennessee up until I think we have until the end of the year or something like that
Oh man,
when they
what a
ban it.
bummer.
I agree, madam. I'm not happy about it one bit.
What a bummer.
Yeah, just grow your own.
I mean, isn't that always the answer?
It is always the answer for sure. Well, I'll go ahead and finish up on my weekend here. So Saturday, I did nap. Um, I felt guilty about it, but like I've been so busy lately, and I just wanted to sleep. Like I needed that time.
Yes, it's so important for the body to rest.
Right.
So important, especially with the amount of stress and pressure and scheduling we put ourselves under. If you don't rest, your body's going to force you to.
Yeah. I actually laid in bed. I was like, I am going to nap.
Yes, good. Bravo. I'm proud of you for that.
I felt so silly for doing it, but I did it.
No, that is absolutely necessary.
So after my nap, I met up with my sister in Nashville. We went to the Assembly Food Hall. There used to be a convention center right across the street from the Bridgestone Arena, and they turned it into a food hall now. It's also shops as well. So like there's an Apple store and there's a couple of clothing stores, but they have all different types of food, like the famous foods that are from around Nashville. So like Prince's Hot Chicken, the Christie cookies, stuff like, just a bunch of just famous stuff. So one of the famous restaurants in Nashville is called Pharmacy Burger. They're just a burger joint. They have some amazing burgers. I got the Pharmacy Burger. Had yellow cheddar, iceberg lettuce, tomato, onion, pickle, and yellow mustard. And I also got sweet potato fries, and the sweet potato fries were off the chain. They were so good. Oh, they were delicious. But yeah, I that whole experience of seeing, because it was busy as hell. Like, But anyways, I'm sorry. Still thinking about them. I still
So
think about
much
those sweet potato
joy in
fries.
sweet
Yeah.
potato fries.
Yeah,
It's
I
like,
still think about those sweet potato fries. They're so good. Um, but yeah, we ate there and then shortly went to see the Weird Al Yankovic concert. Puddles the Pity Party opened, which was fucking awesome. Like
what is a Puddles of Pity Party? Is it
so
music or is it an act? Or
both,
both? Both.
both.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a one man person. So he's a clown and he sings like more slow tunes and stuff. There's a couple songs that he sang like that were covers, but he has a fascination with Kevin Costner. So like on the screen behind him were scenes from different Kevin Costner movies. Like and it was the third time when everybody was like, "Oh shit, this guy really likes Kevin Costner." Because even my sister and I like we were both thinking about it after the second time, and we are gonna say something to each other, but we didn't until the third time. We are like, "This guy really likes Kevin Costner," because it was like Waterworld and
I mean, he's the Prince of Thieves, right?
yes,
So
yeah, yeah. It was like the scenes from Dances of Wolves. Like I was really hoping Yellowstone to be on there, but unfortunately he did not play any Yellowstone. But he did, a lot of the other older Kevin Costner movies.
maybe it's specific to age.
It
Maybe it's
must,
Kevin Costner,
yeah,
you know, pre 2015.
probably. That's probably right. But
He has a very specific type.
oh, for sure. But he actually got involved with the crowd. He came out with a camera and had like a crying cam, and people were like fake crying and along with the song, and it was really fun to watch. He was very entertaining. And then of course Weird Al came out, and he is a huge entertainer. We got super lucky. He actually came down the aisle next to us. We were on the K aisle of the seating, and he came up to the end of our aisle and was like singing to the lady at the end of the aisle. So it was super close, and Weird Al did all his famous hits, "Eat It" and God, the I don't know the name of the song. It's the because he did like the Star Wars theme stuff. Um, but yeah, it was really really fun and interesting, and I had a blast with my sister last night.
I mean, it must have been amazing. He's hilarious. Did he do Amish Paradise?
He did Amish Paradise. He did dress up in the full Amish gear, and everybody behind him were dressed in Amish because he would like in between the songs he would do. It was kind of like a TV, so he would do like different skits and stuff, and that would give them time to change because they would change every time. So like the Eat It, he was in a fat suit and had the makeup on to make him look bigger, and like yeah, it
The
was pretty incredible.
artistry,
Yes,
truly.
yeah. It
Yeah,
was
that's amazing. That's
it
like
was a
a full
trip.
show.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I've got a bunch of videos, so I'm gonna have to figure out to post them up somewhere.
Hmm.
Uh, but yeah, it was a blast. I had so much fun last night. I'm so glad my sister went with me. But the thing is my sister and we're I guess considered Irish twins. We're only like 15 months apart, and but growing up, we listened to different types of music. I was more into Phil Collins and Genesis, and my sister was more into Paula Abdul and Tiffany. But the one thing that we listened to together was Weird Al, and we both loved Weird Al when we were children, and like just even teenagers growing up because he always had hits coming out in the 80s and 90s. So that was kind of our thing. So whenever that concert come out, the first person I thought of was like my sister. Like you have to go with me.
Oh my
Like
gosh, that's so fun.
yeah. So I bought her ticket. I was like, you just come with me to be fun, and yeah, we had a blast last night. So I'm glad I went.
Yeah, an opportunity like that. You should absolutely take it. The vibes of pure joy that must have been there had to have been a breath of fresh air.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. Well, ma'am,
Awesome.
I was going to go ahead and talk to you about my a new segment that I'm starting on this podcast. It's called
Ooh.
Highlight a Grow Me Startup, and you actually have a startup that you started. Would you like to talk about that?
So
Should I
I
ban a white
do
it?
have a yeah, I do have a company. It's called Geyer and Gimbal. That's from the Jabberwocky poem from Alice in Wonderland, which I'm a huge, huge, huge fan of. And what I do is I guess I'm considered a textile artist. I use decolorant and then solar fast. So decolorant takes color out of textiles. So you basically paint it on or use something to press it on, and then heat pulls the color out of the textile or the fabric that you're using. And then solar fast is a sun reactive textile dye. So I can put things in voids that I've created with this decolorant and then create colors by putting it out in the sun, which is totally my vibe.
Yeah,
So it's been really fun. I get to do cool things like cannabis leaf prints, like what's on your shirt. They can be really beautiful and detailed. I get like the indications of all the veins and the beautiful sides. I can do words, I can do pictures. I just did a custom hoodie for Alabrije from his pop-up. It was super fun. I did a big decolored cannabis leaf on the front and then put his logo in that, and then did his name down the side and did cannabis leaves, like the shadow voids of cannabis leaves in that. It just turned out absolutely brilliant. It is such fun. You can't actually purchase much yet. That's kind of coming in the next couple of weeks. I'm going to be having my website is going to be officially launching, and there will be actual things that you can buy, whether you like cannabis leaves or other type of leaves. I work in all sorts of botanicals. I really like ferns as well as maple leaves and oak leaves, and we've got some huge like sycamore and all sorts of great beautiful trees near where I live. So I love working with them. It's fun. So I'll have that link and everything up on my Instagram. If you guys are interested, I'll have it both up on my Instagram, which is GirlGoGrow, and I'll have it posted under Geyer and Gimbal, which is like underscore Geyer, which is GYRE, and then an ampersand, which is that fancy swirly and sign, if you don't know.
I
And
didn't
then
know
Gimbal, GIMBLE, and then another underscore. So you can find that as well through my actual GirlGoGrow site. But yeah, I'd love it if you checked it out. It's really fun and different and very cannabis positive. The unfortunate thing is a lot of the artist community does not like cannabis leaves. The stigma is still super strong even over there. So a lot of my stuff won't get like liked or shared by other artists because it's specifically cannabis related.
Well,
It's a shame.
I appreciate you doing it because it definitely needs to be out there. Like this whole shaming of a certain style of a leaf is absolutely ridiculous. So I'm
Well,
super glad. I will tell you though, this shirt has gotten a lot of compliments. Like it has striked conversations.
really? That's
Yeah,
so wonderful to hear. Really,
yeah,
that makes me so big. That is the best thing an artist can hear is that somebody appreciates their work and that it inspires stuff in other people. So thank you.
yeah. You're welcome. Yeah, I whenever I was on my paranoid freedom tour in Missouri, I was wearing this shirt on the way back, and multiple people stopped me. It's like, I have to know about this shirt. What is going on? And I would tell them about the show and the shirt and I would, just get on their YouTube and put y'all's information in just to show them. And they were like, this is so cool. Like,
Oh,
I agree.
thank you. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
you're
had a lot
welcome.
of people say that to me. They're like, if you can do this, like, you'll make bank. And I'm like, okay, I'm not sure I can actually do it at any sort of speed. These things take like a long ass time,
Oh, for
but
sure.
it is really fun to do. So it's a step up from a hobby. I'm not sure it can actually be considered quite a job yet, but we're getting
Right.
there.
Well, I just keep going with it. I think you're doing great things.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. And if your listeners would like to check it out, links will be available soon. So thanks for bringing it up. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome, ma'am. So the next segment is actually Nerd's favorite segment. It's called Show and Tell. You and I both recently bought mandolins, and you brought your mandolin to Chicago, but we never got a chance to show it to each other, and I really want to see your mandolin.
Yeah, I do have it. She's beautiful.
You mind
I'll
pulling that
pull her
thing
out.
up?
Yeah, I'll pull her out. She's right here. Um, I this is the first instrument I've ever owned besides like having a flute when you do that fourth grade introductory to band thing.
Right,
So I had a flute then, and I was so intimidated by the other musicians. My first experience was not even a lesson. It was like the orchestra day in elementary school. So I was there with my flute and I was all excited. This was going to be like my first experience with the band. And I had
right.
no experience reading music, and I had like kind of fooled around with the flute at home. I was really like excited for this. And I get into orchestra, and the instructor was not very nice. The people went really, really fast. There was like no instruction for people who were new or hadn't done it before. And I was so lost and so like anxious about it. I could never go back. It was terrible. It
Oh
like
my goodness.
put me off instruments forever, which is terrible. You should never let something like that put you
No.
off something you think you would like. However, I'm now back to wanting an instrument for multiple reasons. It's really good for my brain. It's something I
Oh, she
haven't.
sounds amazing already.
Isn't she gorgeous?
Oh
And
my
that's just me pulling out the like dehumidification patch.
god. Oh man, she sounds so good.
So she's incredible. Oh, I'm like knocking things over. That's not good. I don't need a pick. So yeah, playing an instrument is really good for your brain. It's not something I'm good at, so I like to be challenged in things. So she is, let's see if I can show her.
Oh my god, she looks so beautiful.
She's so pretty. You can
Oh.
see all of her wood grain there. She's an Eastman 315. So she's an F style
Mind turning
mandolin.
it around on the backside?
Yes, sir.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't
looks so
she gorgeous?
She really
Oh
is.
my god. And look at all like the nuts and everything are all so
love
pretty.
it.
So
Love it.
she's amazing. Put this behind me so it doesn't hurt her. I'm really upset I don't have my pick. I'm terrible. I will preface with that. I am terrible. I'm not actually going to play you guys a song because I only know one song and it would take me forever to get through it. I am terrible at this, but I'm playing it every single day and I love it. And I really blame you and Grateful a lot for this happening because I gave like a slight indication that I was like somewhat interested in mandolins and they flooded me. They flooded me with music and artists and videos and suggestions and talking about their mandolins and just it was really it was a peer pressure type of thing. There was a lot of peer pressure involved. The peer pressure in my personal life. No, do not be sorry because oh my god, I love her so much.
I said sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, don't be sorry.
I'm not. I mean,
yeah,
I love it.
So
I'm so glad.
So pretty, and I was kind of like, I don't even know if I like her. I like the idea of a mandolin, but as with most things with ADHD, you kind of get a hyperfixation and you think it's going to be this incredibly wonderful thing that's going to change your life. And I can't tell you how many hobbies I've started and stopped, and only a couple have really stuck around for good. Cannabis is one of them.
Oh, for sure.
I'm hoping this is going to be another because I just love it more and more and more every time I do it. Yeah, but she's like so pretty.
So pretty. Oh my
So she's
goodness.
just a gorgeous, gorgeous instrument. My fingers are killing me. For those that don't know, mandolins have 4 sets of 2 strings each. So when you're compressing your strings and you're got to make sure they touch those frets, you're compressing 2 strings at the same time, but not making sure you don't touch any of the others. And I have a really hard time with that. Really hard time. I'm not a huge person and I don't know how I can manage to fat finger this so much, but I'll get there.
Yeah.
Yep. She's
something I'm having to do is I've been doing the like you use the forefinger for like the crap, what is it called? I'm getting high and I'm starting to forget shit now. Jesus Christ, here we go. chop chords. So there's
Mm.
3-finger and 4-finger chop chords, and I've been trying to do the 4-finger chop chords, but my pinky is just not working the way I want it to. And I know it's going to take a lot of practice. I mean, I've been sitting there doing the, you know, chop chord.
Yes, it's just strength, most
Yeah,
strength and flexibility. And I
yeah,
really had that problem when I was even starting, just going through like beginning practice exercises. I had a lot of problem with that. Still
right.
do.
Sound
I'm like a month in, so
oh, for sure. Yeah, I know for me, I'm better with my right hand than my left hand because of the whole trumpet playing thing. I'm just a lot better with these 3 fingers.
mhm.
But the using my left hand is definitely something new. I'm not used to that. I mean, I played guitar when I was a kid, but just it's way different on a mandolin. It's just that the double strings. It's so hard.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then going up and down and just it's oh yeah, let me see yours.
Okay.
Look at that starburst. She's a Kentucky, right?
Yeah, Kentucky,
Ah, gorgeous.
a
Gorgeous.
KM dash 630, I think.
Oh,
Yeah,
even higher than their intro level stuff. So
yeah,
pretty.
yeah.
Man, I'm such a sucker for that. They have the Kentucky specifically have that extra like white band on them in the
Mm-hmm.
back that I just oh, I love that.
Oh,
She's
for
so gorgeous.
sure. 100%.
Oh, love.
Yep. Oh, good Lord. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. I
Yeah,
needed to see
thank
your
you for
mandolin.
talking about her. I so glad. Like I even saw you at the museum, and I had her with me, and I was like, "Oh, do you want to see her?"
Oh, I know.
Then I just like coat checked her, and we never got a chance,
I
which
know. I totally forgot. Yeah.
so lame on my part. But yes, next time I see you, you'll be able to like see her in person because I'm just gonna bring her everywhere with me now. It makes sense. She's really portable. I have a gig bag she can go in safely. For anybody who travels with instruments, just so you know, there's an FAA rule that if you're flying, anything smaller than a guitar is automatically allowed to be in the cabin with you. They have to allow it in. And you can specifically ask if you have a really nice staff on your airplane, you can ask them to put it in the coat closet for you, which I did both times. Flying to Chicago, they put it in the coat closet for me. It was totally safe. It was like tucked in amongst coats. So she was really safe. And they even reminded me on the announcement before we were leaving. They're like, if you have something in the coat closet, don't forget it. And so I was like, oh, I mean, I wouldn't have forgotten my mandolin anyway, but that was really nice of them. Flying home to Philadelphia was not so great.
What
I asked if we
happened?
could do the coat closet, and he kind of like looked at me. And I always started by introducing myself. I was like, oh, hi, my name is G3. Oh, I said my name, but my name is G3. And this is my mandolin. She's really fragile. Is there a way I can keep her in the coat closet? And he just like looked at me and he's like, I can put it in that overhead bin in first class. And I was like, okay, great. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Because, if they're doing something extra to make sure my instrument is safe, that's lovely. I really appreciate it. He could have been like, no, you have to put it under your seat or you have to find a bin for it, which my plane was overbooked anyway, and they didn't have any extra overhead bins. So they will generally work with you. But anybody traveling with an instrument, just keep in mind, you don't have to check your instrument if it's smaller than a guitar.
Oh, so I could travel with my trumpet.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, I don't know about this didgeridoo. It's pretty damn long. It's actually longer than a guitar, so it might not
Mm.
travel.
Yeah, it might not travel super well.
Well, I am going to be taking my didgeridoo out to Ocean Calling because Blackwater wants me to play it with him.
Yes, on the beach, like
Yeah.
hopefully there's a storm or something coming in and you guys can like rock out with the didge.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Ever since that crafting podcast the other night, Rudy sent me a couple videos, and I've got this guy. One guy he sent me had the guy was playing the didgeridoo and the guitar at the same time. I'm like, Jesus Christ! I've got like goals I've got to come up with now. Like that dude was
That would have to be so
Mhm.
difficult.
Right.
Wow.
I know.
That would be
So
impressive.
yeah, I have a long way to go if I want to be playing the didgeridoo and something else at the same time. Maybe the
I would
spoons.
argue that maybe if you're playing the didgeridoo, you don't need to play anything else.
I could play the spoons, right? I can play. I got my hands would be free. I could
I
do
guess if your
something.
hands are free, you'd need like a customized didge holder.
Customized stitch. Yes, that's exactly what I need.
Yep, exactly. That's what you should Google
Mm-hmm.
too. Customized didge holder. For the spoons, man. For the spoons. We've got a dream.
Oh, I love it. Thank you. That was good. Oh, that was good. All right.
Yeah.
Well, uh, the reasons why we meet up on this podcast are the events and locations that we meet up at. And you and I have graciously got to meet on a few times
Mm-hmm.
in a few locations. So the first time that we met was the during the Paranoid Freedom Tour in July 2025 at Captain Autoflower's house.
Yes, sir.
A few days before, I was at Grateful's house, and I was talking to Grateful. I was like, "You think I should reach out to Cap and G3?" He's like, "Yeah, totally. You should totally do it. See what? Yeah. What's the worst they could say? Is no, right?" Like, yeah, you're right. Worst
I'm
they could say is
beginning to
no.
think that Grateful is like the ultimate hype guy for anything. If
Yes.
you mention the smallest idea to him, he's like, yes, let's go. How are we going to do this? Let's make it happen. 1,000%. What's going on? he,
Yes.
he is. He's like the world's best hype guy.
Oh, yeah, and I love it. It's so great. It's
He's
so
the
great
best.
having him around. Well, so I reached out to both Cap and yourself, and
Mm-hmm.
y'all both said yes. Luckily the timing worked out for I don't remember what day of the week it was. It had to been Wednesday or Thursday.
I think it was a Wednesday.
Oh yeah, it was Wednesday. Yeah. Yeah. So I drove down and got to Cap's house, and you showed up not long after.
Yeah,
And
luckily Cap and I don't live too far away from each other. We're like 45 minutes away. So not too bad. Hour 45 minutes. Something like that.
that's not too bad.
Mm-mm.
Well, whenever you initially came in, we had already started pulling jars out. He had his box of jars, and I had
There
my
were jars absolutely everywhere, all over the floor, all over the table. You had like 2 in your hand. I think 1 on your lap. Cam had like 3, like looking at them. There were like a couple on the arm of the sofa. Jars everywhere.
yeah.
It was something.
Yeah. Also, I'd had the what I had collected from the Gromies along the way, so I was able to do show and tell uh, at Cap's house in his living room with you and Cap, which was really cool
We have
moment for
some
me.
excellent, excellent growers in our community. Like, damn, boys, damn.
Hmm. Yeah, and then also we had golly, I'm super high. This stuff is so good. I really like this golden goat.
She's wonderful. Thank you. I really appreciate that you like her. She's my perfect medicine.
Oh,
I
for
hope
sure.
everybody gets a chance to try her or grow her at some point because she's lovely. If you like those super high creative, witty, like the reason I like her so much is she doesn't make me stupid and she doesn't give me anxiety.
All right. Yeah, definitely no anxiety here.
Yeah.
I'm just super high. I feel great. So back to it. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
we Cap had a few videos. We watched and talked about that. We talked growing for a little bit, which was nice. Also, I had brought some of Badger's hash, and you got to try some of Badger's hash for the first time. Would you like to
That
share
was
your experience with that?
my first experience and thankfully not my last experience because man, that guy just does magic. It was unlike anything else. I could feel it flow out from my lung, like warm light moving from my lungs out through my extremities. Like I could feel it go up the back of my neck, like into the back of my skull. It was an experience, like rolled over me. It was different than flour or even the experiences I've had with rosin and resin and all that. It was different. It was different. It was spectacular.
Yeah. What a lot of people say it's like a warm blanket,
Yes. Yeah, it just like envelops you.
right?
Was
Hell
that
yeah.
the super sun god?
Yeah, it was the Super Sun God. I want to say it was aged by that point for 2 years. He was the original tester for Super Sun God from Green God Genetics, and he washed that plant or sifted that plant, and luckily we got to experience that with you and Cap, so that was really nice.
That was amazing. Thank you so much for sharing it with us because it was quite an experience, and it made me really excited for Chicago because I knew I was going to see him there.
Oh, for sure. And then not or soon after that, we ended up going and checking out Cap's garden, which was really cool. I got to see his cats while we were there too, so that I was really excited about that. I like cats, I like the kitty
Mhm.
kitties. So, but the second time that you and I met up was actually the weekend of Alabrije pop up in Chicago. You actually flew into Chicago on that Friday, right?
I did. Yep. I got in that Friday afternoon.
Cool. Where'd you end up staying?
I stayed in the city itself. This is actually kind of a funny story that involves you. I'm pretty sure that I jumped a timeline between booking my hotel and actually experiencing Chicago. So I booked my hotel specifically to stay in the city because I wanted to be within walking distance of the art museum. So I stayed downtown, which was not too, it was like a 20-minute, 15, 20-minute metro ride from where you guys were in Logan Square. And then the other place, Talk Bistro, was like south of me. So I was right in between the places that I was
Oh,
going.
wow.
It
Okay.
worked perfectly.
Wow, that worked out. That really
Mhm.
worked out perfect for you. Well,
Almost
yeah.
a different
Just speaking of the Tac Bistro, yeah, we met up that night at the Tac Korean Bistro for karaoke. Um, yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yep. Now this karaoke idea had started previously. It was like a mention in a message offhandedly at one point.
Right.
And the next thing I know, you're like, I booked a room for karaoke. I was like, what? And he's like, these are all the people that are coming. I was like, what? We just mentioned this. Like, what happened? Oh my God. But yeah, it was great. It's super fun time. It was so amazing to meet everyone there.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I know we you got to meet a lot of new people for the first time.
Yes. Yep. Met Grateful for the first time, met Nerd for the first time, met Badger for the first time, and Back Nine Bandit and Dad Terps, and who else was Endo and Dolly?
Right?
Yeah. The whole thing was awesome. Who else
Yeah.
was there? Anyone did I miss? Did I miss anyone? Istig? Definitely Istig.
Yep. Yeah, I was really excited.
Yeah.
Istik was there for sure.
And their lovely partners, of course, like amazing people, just immaculate vibes. It was such fun.
Yeah, it was a blast. You and I got to sing a song together. We sang Buddy Holly from Weezer.
Mm-hmm.
And then you absolutely killed it on Uptown Funk from Bruno Mars. But I think we should just change that from Bruno Mars to G3 because you carry that song from now on. Not gonna lie.
Thank you. It was so okay. So it's not the typical music I listen to, but there's something to be said about that song in that you can get really into it. I mean, you can rock it, and it's at a range where most people can sing it relatively comfortably. So it's really fun to sing. It's really fun to like get into and rock out to, and yeah, the other stuff I listen to, most of it is not going to be there.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah. That was the bad thing about it is that there was a lot of Korean songs. I certainly don't speak nor read a Korean. I mean,
right.
Do
Right, so then
you?
you gotta rack your brain. You're like,
Yeah.
"What's a pop song I know?"
Oh, yeah. Well, you killed it, lady.
Thank you. I
You're
mean, gosh,
welcome.
talking about killing it, you like Rammstein was I mean, that
Oh,
was
shit. I didn't realize you were there for Rammstein.
yeah.
Oh my
Hell
god.
yeah. That was chef's kiss, just perfection,
Thank you. Uh,
perfection.
I have a friend in Germany, and, we both like Rammstein, and then my best friend out in Colorado, he likes Rammstein too, so that's kind of the guilty pleasure. I love
Yeah.
it. They're so great.
I
I would
mean,
love to
too
see them
hot.
live.
Like, yes, 1,000% yes. So, yeah, it was great. You
Thank
rocked it
you.
with that.
I
You got
appreciate
a
you.
good score too. I that system did not reward originality
No, it
at
did
all.
not. No, that was a bullshit
No.
system, 100%.
I was like, "What do you mean?" You got
Oh,
a super low score. That's okay. In my heart, I got 100%.
you did. You did amazing, so you know. Uh,
Yeah, we definitely like there was a whole bunch of singing and then the singing just stopped and we were just hanging out in the room telling stories.
yeah, well, I know I got exhausted, like, 'cause I kind of overdid it, 'cause I was trying to, like, even it out to where I could sing the rest of the night, but I went a little ham. It
Well,
didn't.
we also know what you went through earlier that day.
What do you mean?
You got 0 sleep,
Oh, right. Oh,
super
yeah.
huge amounts of stress and anxiety. Like, the
Oh,
amount
yeah.
of adrenaline dump you must have gone through that morning with, like, the parking space and getting into your Airbnb, and if you guys haven't heard this, go back a couple episodes, he explains all of it. And it's just, like, that amount of adrenaline and then no sleep, and then the stress of navigating through a city that you're not familiar with and going to a place that you're not familiar with, and then, like, all right, let's meet some new people and let's sing. I didn't know how you were still standing by the time I got there.
Oh my goodness, thank you. I
That's a
appre
lot. That's
Yeah,
a lot.
it is. I appreciate you. I'm glad that you
Yeah.
noticed that.
And how
It
much did you drive before that too?
How much did I what?
How much
Dri
did you
Oh,
drive in order
I
to
d
get there?
it was, 8 hours, and then I drove that extra hour around Logan Square and that neighboring square that the directions told me to park at. So, yeah.
Yeah. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. You asked a lot of your body that day.
Yep, I sure did.
So it's pretty amazing that it lasted as long as it did.
Yep.
And it was great. Even just like chilling and talking with everyone was fabulous and meeting
Oh,
everyone's
yes.
family and yeah,
Yeah.
just finding out how their trips were and what they had going on. It was great. It was a great time. And it was really a nice thing to have kind of like a soft launch to people before the chaos of the actual pop-up.
Yes, I agree 100%. That did work out phenomenally for sure.
Mhm.
Did you actually try any of their food?
No, I didn't.
You didn't? Okay.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
I saw everyone else's looked really good, and I just my stomach was not there was like, "You do not wanna eat right now." I
okay.
was really looking forward that they had that rose I don't remember what it was now. It was some sort of, like, beautiful rice cake Korean street food that looked amazing, that I was 1,000% planning on getting there, and if anybody ever goes to Tak Bistro, and if you ever get I think it's like tteokbokki or something. I don't know how to pronounce it, but the pictures looked amazing. If anyone ever goes there, tell me how it is.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
the food was phenomenal for sure.
yeah. It's hard for me to eat on days that I travel. I don't know why. It, like, takes me a little time to settle into new environments.
I understand. I get you. I kinda do the same thing. When I went to Europe, I was the same way. I couldn't eat for, like, the first 24, 48 hours. It wasn't until, like, a few days that I was there, I was like, "Alright, let's eat whatever the hell we can at this point." So I was starving.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, at
I
that point, it's just, like, shovel it in.
Exactly. I got you. Well,
Mhm.
the, uh, the next day, we met at the Albrier pop-up. I was actually on the balcony I just finally got my chance to talk to Alabrije, and I was out there having a conversation with him, and I was standing in front of the door, and I heard the door open. I turn around and I see you, and I just drop jawed because like you had worn that coat that you had made the print on, and I want you to tell everybody about this coat because it was freaking beautiful. Please,
Thank you.
please explain to everybody about this.
I got some funny comments on it because it does look a little power suitish when you first see it, but it's a Michael Kors like suit jacket for women. It had these like chrome zippers, and I took a side of it and well, first on the pocket side, I put an Alabrije logo colored like that pink color. I put like uh a pocket square in there, and I had like my Alabrije pins and canvas pins, and then on the other side I did all of my botanical printing of leaves down the lapel, and it looked really good. And then I happen to have these super cute Vans that have a swish on them that's the same like magenta color that he uses. Perfect. So
Oh, yeah, it
yeah,
was
it was
absolutely
that. It was
gorgeous.
awesome. It
I
was
loved
fun.
it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I I should have brought all this stuff with
I know.
me. But you can see pictures of most of it on the Geyer and Gimbal Instagram if you're interested in seeing those types of things. So I don't
Absolutely.
think I've put up pictures of the coat yet, but I will.
Oh, please do. It is
Yeah, it was
phenomenal. It looks great.
Thank you. It
You're
was really
welcome.
fun to wear. And it was a good idea too, because otherwise I would have worn short sleeves because during the day it was really warm. But as we hung out in that courtyard, that wind started blowing. And once the sun started going down, it got really chilly. So I was
Uh,
very happy I had that coat.
that's why I wore the suit because
And
the Windy City.
you were so snazzy. I
Thank
was
you.
like, oh my gosh. Look at this. Like the hat and the all black. And it was just like, it was great. It
Thank
was
you.
great.
I appreciate it. Uh,
That idea was so funny.
oh, for sure. I appreciate that. Yeah, I had to outdo the 4th of July outfit for sure. So the suit worked out, and
Yeah.
the whole Windy City thing. I was like, "There's no way I could do a kilt with the wind like that. Like it has to be a suit." So I'm glad it worked out.
Yeah. You know, you're going to have to keep topping yourself. We've had this conversation, but we're
I
going to have to
know.
keep topping yourself. How are you going to do better than that?
I don't
Especially
know.
because the next one is planned to be like in the Maine woods at a campground or something.
Right?
I guess you could dress up as like Sasquatch.
Yeah, I could do that. Well, I was thinking I could be more of like the outdoorsman with the didgeridoo, and you know, I get the
When I
fanny.
think outdoorsman, I
Okay.
do not generally think didgeridoo.
Well, I'm.
What type of didgeridoo outdoorsman? Can you? I want this picture of this didgeridoo outdoorsman. I like the didgeridoo idea.
I guess it's more like Crocodile Dundee because
There
then
you go. Yes. Okay. Gotcha.
because I would like to do the that's not a knife, and then this is a knife. I wouldn't mind doing that. That'd be kind
Yep.
of cool.
Gotcha. There you go.
Yeah.
Steve Irwin inspired.
Oh yeah, Steve Irwin for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, just walking around. She's a beaut, talking about all the big joints and shit that
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna be experiencing. Yeah, it's gonna be great.
It could be a whole thing of brilliant.
Okay. All right. I appreciate the idea.
Thematic.
Lord of mercy. All right. Um, oh, okay, you crack me up, lady. All right. So God, where was I? You got me all messed up.
Sorry.
No, you're
I
not.
think
Don't
that
be
both golden goat helps,
oh,
really.
for sure. It sure does. It's so good. Thank you so much. I really
You're
appreciate you.
very welcome. I
God, you have
gotta
no
grow
idea.
her again. I gotta grow her
You
again.
got to. You've got
I
to.
was gonna grow her for this like huge pot living soil thing that I'm doing next. So scary. Oh my god. But there's this Luna living soil kind of grow along happening, and I was like, okay, we're gonna pivot and grow some of her gear because she's kind of the one that inspired me to shift to this insane level of living soil anyway. So homage to her.
Oh yeah. Okay, so now I know where we're at. I'm back to it. I
All right.
appreciate you.
No worries.
All right. So Sunday we met at the Bean. I know it's not called the Bean, but what is it called? Because you said it the right name.
Cloudgate.
Cloudgate. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's
That's
still
the actual name. It's that stupid shiny bean in the middle of Chicago.
it's not stupid.
It
It's
is stupid.
beautiful. What are you talking about? It's gorgeous.
To each their own. I'm not going to yuck your yum.
It's okay. You can
We
yuck my
just
yum.
were just things that day, though.
Oh,
I just
Lord.
walked up to it, and I'm this idiot, right? I just walked from my hotel all the way down to Cloudgate, and I'm standing there with like my mandolin on my back, which is, first of all, like, what an indication that somebody's a huge nerd, right? Giant,
Oh,
tiny guitar.
it was so cute.
Nobody knew it was a mandolin either. I had it called a tiny guitar 3 separate times.
Really?
Yeah, you'd think they'd go ukulele, right? That would be my inclination.
For real.
See small guitar case, think ukulele. No, small guitar. Okay. Yes, anyway, and like dragging my suitcase behind me, rolling on the wheels. And I stand there and I look at this thing and I'm like, that's so stupid. No offense to the artist. I'm sure it was held a very special place in his heart. It just, art is different for different people. It did not inspire me the way that it inspires some.
Oh, it's great. That's so funny. I appreciate your honesty. I love it.
Yeah. Truth always.
Oh, thank you. So I met you at the Bean,
Yep.
and then we actually dropped your items off at the Art Institute and pre-gamed at the park next door with some mango smile that was grown by Istig and some tangy CBG that was grown by me.
Gorgeous. And what a life hack. We walk into the museum. I go straight to the coat check. It's in the same room as the ticket counter. I skip the ticket counter. I go and I drop my mandolin in my suitcase off with the nice people there. And I talk to the guy, of course, because I'm a lunatic about my mandolin. And I was like, please be very careful with this. And he's like, I'm a guitar player. Don't you worry. I got you. I was like, good. In good hands. Thank you. Good. Brilliant. And he gave me this little token. And we like stroll out of the museum and we can go do whatever the hell we want. As long as I'm back by the time the museum closes, they don't care. So that was smart. Because
It's
then we
very
left.
smart. Oh, for sure. Yeah, that worked out perfectly because you didn't have to carry around your tiny guitar is what everybody else was
Right.
doing.
Trying to be inconspicuous, right?
Right.
Want to go and get your head in the right place before you go see some beautiful works of art. And yeah, I didn't want to be walking around with all that stuff. So
Oh, for sure.
I
But
highly recommend you use it if you're in the city.
absolutely. Well, yeah, I said we. I'm so sorry.
And that mango smile, oh my goodness. And the tangy,
Yep.
so good. That was great. It was exactly what we needed.
Yeah, it worked out perfect. I'm so glad that we had that moment to be able to do that. And I was able to roll those king size joints for that moment. Because we actually walked around the Art Institute for like 2 hours. Like,
We did. We were there for a while because we made the mistake of giving me the map. And I had things I really wanted to see while we were there. And I kind of had an idea where they were, but I also was like, do you like to go to specific things or do we just kind of wander? And we kind of settled on just wandering. That place is really big.
it is massive. My goodness, there is rooms on top of rooms, and then you have to go down to go to this other room because you can't walk on that floor to go to that room.
Right, like secret passageways to hidden corridors with important pieces in them. And it was nuts. So yeah, we walked around forever. The first thing we did, we get there. Okay, the entire reason why I wanted to stay close to the art museum, and this is the reason why I think I must have jumped a timeline somewhere. I wanted to go see the Great Wave off Kanagawa, which is Everybody's seen it. It's the giant wave painting. I have a copy of it made of bunnies in my dining room by an artist called Cozy and Dan, and I've loved it forever, and it has been on my bucket list to see this in real life. So when I was booking my hotel, first, I didn't even come to the idea of the Great Wave until I was like, I'm going to be in Chicago. Let's make the most of it. What's happening in Chicago? What's going on? What can I go see? I love museums. So I was like, what's at the different ones? And I saw that the Great Wave was there and I was like, holy hell, you're kidding me. And I checked it and it said like on gallery, it had the gallery listed. It had all of this information. It was 100% there. I checked 2 separate places where it listed that this was there, including the website of the museum itself. This thing was there. I checked multiple times, multiple, like not 2, not 3, probably 4, 5, or 6 times before I booked my hotel that this thing was actually there. And then we get there and I was like, Japanese art, let's go. And we walk in and we see this really nice guy that works there. And I was like, hey, can you tell me where the Great Wave is? And he's like, I don't think it's on display. And I was like, excuse me? What? And he's like, I don't think it's on display. And I was like, yes, it is. Like, I'm losing my mind here. Hold on. Wait, what? And he was like, no. And I'm like, oh. And I'm just kind of in this fog for a second. And you're like, let's go this way. And I was like, it has to be here. What the hell? So we're in there and I go on my phone and I open it up and I look at the website and I pull up the Great Wave and it says currently off display. I swear I had to have jumped a timeline or something. This was not once. This was not like I had an idea that it might be there. I confirmed this multiple times.
I know.
I don't know what happened. I jumped the timeline. So I appreciate you for letting me drag you around that museum for a few hours.
No, it was great.
It's way more fun viewing art with someone else. And we did see some really excellent pieces.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, we got to see the Vincent van Gogh self-portrait, which I was really excited about. The Grant Wood's American Gothic.
Yep. It was so good. Oh my gosh, we saw a whole bunch of Picassos.
Right. Yeah, I see that the old guitar was one of them. Excuse me. Edward Hopper's Nighthawk, which I was really excited about seeing.
That was the hard one to find. That was like the one down the secret corridor and
Yes.
a very secret gallery. We had to search for that one, but that one was really cool to see. Yeah, there was just a whole bunch of stuff. There was some stuff there by Max Ernst, who I really love. Oh my gosh, can't even remember all of them.
The one that I mainly wanted to see, and it was because of Ferris Bueller's Day Off, was the George's Seurat's A Sunday on La Grande Jatte. Am I saying that right? Jatte?
Yeah.
I don't know.
La Grande Jatte. Yeah.
Okay, so
that was.
Yeah, it was trippy. We both had that moment where we realized how much bigger it was in real life than it was that we thought it was. Like normally we see it on our phone screen, which is only about, I guess, 5-6 inches. So when we get there,
I had no idea. It is massive.
It's ridiculously massive.
It's floor to ceiling massive. The thing is, like, it's got to be 10 feet tall.
Right.
I had no idea. I thought it was a reasonable size painting. It's not reasonable. It's gigantic.
Right.
And all of the tiny little dots, especially in like the corners and the margins, spectacular. Just so cool. I like just stood there staring at it.
I know we did mention it. It took at least 2 or 3 hours or 2-3 days to paint that, maybe 4. It's ridiculous.
Bonkers.
Yeah, it's massive. But yeah, not long after that, we ended up going to the Taste of Chicago, which was right around the corner from the art museum. I had heard from Dad's Herps the day before at the pop-up. He had mentioned that him and his wife had went, him and Mrs. Terps. And I'm like, shoot, I want to go. And you mentioned that you wanted to go. And one of the things that I noticed at the art museum was all the fruit, and it made me hungry because I was like, these oranges look really, really fucking good in the art.
Hmm.
So
By the time we finally were like, okay, we give up on finding a couple of these things, I was ravenous.
oh, for sure. So I did mention that the Great Wave was possibly in the gift shop, which you did find it later on.
I did find it later.
So it was in the gift shop.
It was the little ones. I think they were $24.99. So
Right.
yeah, I found them.
But yeah, but we walked past the gift shop and go to the Taste of Chicago. I ended up getting a Italian beef sub, and you got those spicy
the
pickle fries.
Pickle fries. They were so good. They were so good. Oh,
right.
So good.
100%.
Yeah, but there was a ton of people there and a huge amount of vendors with all of these different types of cuisine, and it was awesome. But it was very, very, very crowded.
Oh, for sure. I do want to share this moment that we had. We were walking in line into the event, and of course they search you. And I had my venti, and I was freaking the fuck out. I was having a meltdown because I'm like, the sign right before you get in there, it says no drug paraphernalia, and I'm like, this is drug paraphernalia, and you're like,
it's
no,
not.
I'm like, yes, it
I was
is.
like, it's not. It's recreational in this state. And he's like, it's paraphernalia. I was like, it's not. Calm down.
Oh,
They didn't even give you a side eye. Nothing. They didn't glance at it.
I overthought that whole goddamn process for nothing. And you the whole time was as calm as can be, like, no. But it's that being in prohibition land, and it's still, that stuff still here is considered drug paraphernalia. And so that's ingrained in my brain. And it was refreshing having you there to calm me the fuck down. So I do appreciate you in that moment.
Oh, you're very welcome. I did have to get over that anxiety myself flying from one place to another, because I did have things like paraphernalia and small amounts of weed on me when I flew. And they didn't even glance at my bag. The people, when I was going to Chicago, they spent an extraordinary amount of time on my mandolin.
Oh, Lord.
I was standing there what's going on? Semi freaking out, because I was like, what is taking so long? So I kind of leaned back and over to see what they were looking at. Because if it's in my bag, I was like, there's no way. Because it was in a case that was completely metal. So unless they think that case is a bomb, I should be okay. But no, it was my freaking mandolin. And I was like, oh, I guess people can smuggle drugs and instruments and stuff. They are hollow.
I never thought about that. But yeah, that makes
But
sense.
no, I'm not going to get crack dust on my mandolin.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was fine. But yeah, I would just convince myself it was fine flying with stuff. I have flown before and just dropped my vape into the thing that went through, and they never glanced at it.
What?
Because you can just say it's tobacco.
Oh, yeah.
They all look relatively similar at this point. I don't care.
That's true. Thank you. I appreciate it.
And small amounts, what are they going to do about small amounts?
Oh, for sure.
They're going to pull you aside off the plane, make a big fuss, have to do a whole bunch of paperwork that doesn't turn into anything because you've got, a few grams.
Right.
No biggie.
Well, actually, I'm going to go ahead and start talking about the next segment, which is your garden.
Ooh.
What do you have currently growing on in your garden, G3?
So I have one adult plant. She is the purple perezoso from Alabrije. So she's the last one in this 4x4. And once she goes down, I have some clones as well, but I'm just trying to keep them small, and I'll eventually grow them out. And then I have straw chopped cherry from Lovin' in Her Eyes. I have grape jalapeno from Joint, and I have orange gasm from, I think that's Irie. I got those from Neighborhood Skunk, so thanks to him for those. So I have those clones sitting in the prop tent. They're just going to hang out for a while, and I'm changing the 4x4. I used to have 4 auto pots, the 6-gallon ones, and I'm switching now to, she's going to be about 48 gallons by the time she's actually full, and she's going to be sitting, she's an air bottom bag, 48 gallons of build-a-soil. She's going to sit in a like washing machine basin with an aqua valve from Autopot. So it's going to act like a giant Autopot system. So I get to use SIP systems and automation on this huge living soil bed. And I started as a salt grower, and I switched to organics, which was a difficult switch. And then going from organics to serious business, large bed living soil is a different beast altogether. There's a lot involved, and it's a really different mindset about, even more feeding the soil versus feeding the plant. So it's taken me a long time to get my mind working in the right way around that. And so this next grow is going to be a real big first test and see how I do there. So I'm going to be growing Luna's, her company's Moongrown Botanicals, her Lemon Guru cheese, which is Lemon Guru Kush crossed with her lunar cheese. So we're just going to do one photo period in a huge ass bed. It's 27 inches in diameter. She's the only thing that's going to be in the 4x4. And we're just going to see what happens, because my greatest suggestion to anybody wanting to try anything in growing is to fuck around and find out. That's exactly what I do. I learn everything the hard way.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So that's what's next. It's exciting. There's a big grow together going on over on Cultivation Conversation. If you're interested in joining that, you certainly can. You have until the end of September. It's over on our Discord under the Living Soil Lunacy channel, and most of it is large pot living soil, and I think we're all growing Luna's gear. So if you're interested, hop on over and join us.
Heck yeah. I'm looking
I
forward to
have
seeing that.
I'm so nervous, but I have a lot of really amazing mentors in that arena. I've gotten so much incredible advice already, and going in as kind of a newbie, it's really scary, but having people like Luna and Howling and Endo to kind of hold my hand as I journey into this brave new world, it gives me that feeling of I have a safety net. Can't fuck it up too bad if they're watching, right?
Absolutely. Well, I have some growing and industry questions for you, if you wouldn't mind answering them.
Of course. Love to.
All right. How long have you been growing cannabis?
I think it's just about 5 years. Yeah, just about 5 years. Almost, I think it will be 6. I want to say in April or May of 2026. So a little over 5 years.
Hell yeah. Who or what got you started into growing cannabis?
It was a fluke. I didn't mean to do it. I wasn't even a huge smoker. I smoked every once in a while. I was starting to get back into it more and more, but it was sporadic. It was not like medicine I was taking daily. It was definitely from a recreational standpoint, and dispensary prices are nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of here with that stuff for those prices. Are you kidding me? Most of the stuff, it was totally mid. Pennsylvania really didn't have a very robust program until more. They're getting better recently, but it's still very lackluster. So I found a seed in a 1/8 of cherry diesel.
Ooh.
And I was like, oh, a seed. That's fun. And I kind of kept it for a couple days. And I was just like, I wonder what would happen. What would happen if I put this in soil? Wouldn't that be silly if I just put this in soil and it grew? And so I did that. And guess what happened? I mean, it's weed, it wants to grow, right? So
Oh,
I
for
put it
sure.
in this little pot and I put it on the windowsill in my kitchen and it sprouted. And I went into immediate panic because I had one seed and I put it in soil and I was woefully unprepared to deal with anything that came after that. I had no idea what I was doing. I kill house plants like it's my job. I can kill a succulent. That's difficult. I've gotten way better with gardening since cannabis, but back then, like, ooh, no, it was a death sentence to come into my house. I would buy plants regularly and just serial killer. It was bad. So I planted this and my hyperfixation took over and I went absolutely manic on information, anything having to do with growing. I devoured YouTube content from like every waking moment I had available. I would be researching this. I would be reading on Grow Weed Easy. I would be looking at YouTube videos. I was doing all of these things and I was like learning and slowly getting it. And there's a lot of misinformation out there as well.
Oh,
And
sure.
I misunderstood a few really important things. And one of the things that I did that really you shouldn't do is I was taking my plant inside and outside manually every day.
Oh my God.
Don't do that. There are bugs outside. If you're going to grow inside, grow inside. If you're going to grow outside, grow outside. Don't do back and forth. It's not a good idea. So I wasn't like really paying great attention to her light schedules, but it worked out in my favor because it was summertime or beginning summertime, springish. So I got a tent. I got the whole system set up. I got everything going. She was going well. I thought everything was okay. And then I thought that you're supposed to veg for 8 weeks and then flower for 8 weeks. And I don't know why I got that into my head, but those were the numbers that were like ingrained in my brain. And a lot of my learning I did in the seedy backwaters of Reddit. So, like I said, lots of misinformation there. So I had this plant and she had vegged for like 7 weeks. And I'm looking at her and I'm going, this ain't gonna fit. There's no way that this is going to fit in this tent. I had a 3x3 at that point.
Okay.
And she's filling up like 75 to 80% of it already. And I haven't even
Oh
flipped her yet. And I'm
my
like, I don't know why logically it didn't make sense. Like I didn't realize that there was going to be such a stretch. So there was a huge stretch. I super cropped her a bunch of times. So yeah, doing your first grow and being thrown into super cropping, that was great. And then she outgrew the tent. So I opened up the top of the tent and I like put a blanket around it to kind of give her more room because she literally grew into the rafters of my basement. She grew so tall when she was in flower. And then I still didn't realize that you can't have contamination from outside and then come inside. So she managed to get both aphids and spider mites in flower at 2 separate times. So first she got aphids and I got completely rid of them. I couldn't believe it. And then she got spider mites, but it was at the very, very, very
God.
end. And then she re-vegged because she wasn't in a completely sealed tent and it was too much light. And then I finally got her to harvest and it was the best feeling in the world. It was something where I could have quit any number of times.
Oh, for
Should
sure.
probably have quit any number of times. My track record would have suggested that I would have just been like, this is too much. I can't handle this right now. Oh my gosh. But I loved every single excruciating second of it. And I was hooked from there. Absolutely hooked. It became just the search for cannabis knowledge became my drug more so than cannabis itself. Like, yes, I like consuming. It helps my life in a lot of ways. But the growing, that's where my passion is. That's where, like, man, I get so fired up over plants and what they can help us with and what they do for us and just the colors and the terpene profile, like everything about it. It's my Roman Empire. I'm just like a total geek about all of it.
Oh yeah. I love it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So earlier you mentioned that you were doing salts and you're switching over. What type of nutrients are you using in your garden?
So I have I have really big commitment issues when it comes to newts. I haven't found anything that I really love yet. Like I said, I started in salts, the original General Hydroponics trio, and that stuff is still super solid. I absolutely would recommend it to any new person. They're super reliable and you can succeed very well with them. So I went through a whole bunch of nutrients, including like Athena and Gaia Green and like a bunch. So I needed to switch into something completely new. So I have this Build a Soil Craft blend. Try that. And then multiple people have recommended Pride Lands to me. So I might pick up some of that as well because, switching nutrients all the time is kind of what I do.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just see if there's something that I love. Like, I've used Cold War up until recently, and I like it just fine. And I would have continued using it, but they got rid of their flower stage. They only
Yeah,
have their
coming of
bud bread
age.
left. Yeah.
Yeah,
So they only have the bud bread. And while I think that's really good, I really liked using coming of age. And I absolutely think that a plant has different nutritional requirements in veg versus flower. So, because I mostly grow autoflowers, I really need the ability to primarily feed a flower heavy regimen. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm like a lot more into, at least I'm learning about bokashi and castings and labs and all of those additional ways to bring nutrients and microbes and happiness to your girls. That isn't just bottled or bagged organics, which is what I've relied on for so long. I want to get into like the nitty gritty of the actual soil itself.
absolutely. You mentioned a few things about your equipment. Would you mind explaining a little bit more on the type of equipment you use in your garden?
Yep. Let's see. Most of my stuff is AC Infinity. We are affiliated with them over on Cultivation Conversation. So I've worked a lot with them and I trust a lot of their products. So my inline fan is from them. I have a 4x4 from them. My prop tent is from them. My ceiling mat is from them. All my ducting is from them. I have my light is from them. I have like a Evo ion board. I don't remember the number that goes with it. The big one with all the bars that goes in a 4x4, whatever that one is the light I have. And I run an autopot system. I like to stay automated because my life is insane and I can't check my plants every day. It's just not possible. Not possible. So they would die without automation. And then I run everything on one of the ACI controllers. So that's all automated. I have AC Infinity humidifier. I dehumidify my lung room. That's just like a giant high sense or something dehumidifier. And that just dehumidifies my entire basement. But I think that's it.
Nice. Do you want to go ahead and give out that AC Infinity code for the
Oh, sure. If you
listeners?
guys want a code for AC Infinity, you can use Cultivation. And I'm not sure how much it gets you off these days. 10, 15, 20, somewhere in there.
Right.
Yeah, but it often can, if you use it when they have sales, often they'll have sales and they'll say that you can stack a creator code with their code. And that is the best time to get anything from AC Infinity. Wait up for the sales until you can stack things together.
Oh, for sure. I generally be doing that. I use it especially around Black Friday and 420 sales.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I mean, sometimes you can't wait, of course. And then it's always nice again to get some money off. I
Oh,
always say, don't pay full price if you don't have to.
I agree. Thank you so much. I do
Yeah.
the same thing. Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
the man. Fuck the man.
Especially with can attacks and everything, we're
Right?
already paying through the nose for this stuff just because it's related to this industry.
For
Don't
sure.
pay more if you don't have to.
Mm-hmm. Yep. ABS always be saving.
Yes. And then there's more money to go back into your grow.
Oh, yeah. That's a freaking plus.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Or maybe you could pick up something that you don't have that you need, like grow glasses, which I highly recommend everybody should be using. This is a hill I will die on, people. If you heard me on Cultivation Conversation, I harp on it all the time. Please protect your eyes. We are staring at these lights that are supposed to replicate the sun. Wear some glasses. Otherwise, you're going to be blind by the time you're 60.
Very wise advice, ma'am.
Yeah, safety, safety, safety always.
Well, I have some questions for the industry because I know you've worked in the industry before.
I have.
All right. During your journey through the cannabis industry, what is one thing you did not expect?
Honestly, I guess I kind of expected it, but I didn't expect it to the level that it was, is that just the sheer rampant disrespect for the plan at the higher levels of leadership, which was so discouraging and what ultimately led me to leave the industry. A lot of these people, I worked for an MSO, and a lot of cannabis journeys do not include an MSO and are very different from mine. But in this particular journey, my leadership, they didn't consume. They cared only about selling the plant instead of the magic of it. And we were highly into things like, we sold a ton of disposables, and that just drives me insane because not only is this just waste that you're reproducing over and over and over again, but they're batteries you're throwing away. This is a bad idea. This is a horrible idea. The amount of waste that goes into the industry, Mylar bags and tubes, and we're moving away from recyclables, it seems, which is worse. So the disrespect for the plant and the sheer amount of waste, I'd say, are the most surprising to me. On the other end of spectrum, the incredible thing about the industry is you will meet the most wonderful people you've ever met in your whole life. I had the most brilliant coworkers. They would give you the shirt off your back. They were so brilliant. We had the most incredible conversations about the plant and what it can do for people. And they would do anything for you. People in the industry at the lower levels who consume and love the plant and are there for the people, they're the real ones. Bright, shiny souls.
Something that you brought up, the the disrespect for the plant. It's almost like you can kind of feel it whenever you're smoking industry weed. I mean, I don't know if you feel the same way, but I know I do.
Yeah, like it's not grown with love.
Exactly, and not grown with love. That's
Yes.
exactly right. Yes, thank you. You hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
All right. Well, my next question is, can you share your perspective on women's roles in the cannabis industry and its growth?
Ooh, that's a good one and a tough one. So there needs to be more women in the industry, I believe. It's hard for women to be in the industry, especially if we have things like families or kids that rely on us. It's really hard to do that in things like prohibition states. So it's hard for a woman to be a home grower on a higher level. But I definitely think there should be more of them. And the only way we can get rid of that is to get rid of the stigma. So, baby steps. There are women in the industry who knock it out of the park. Some of the best, most beautiful weed I've ever seen have been grown by women, and they're just absolute artisans at what they do. So much care and love and determination go into their products that it's just like, you want to talk about love in something? Those women who are running those craft cannabis organizations and who are doing the actual work with the plant, there's a lot of love in those. So I think that there should be a larger place for women. It's like any industry. It's hard for women to be taken seriously in some regards, especially because cannabis is very male dominated.
It absolutely is.
Yeah, for lots of reasons. It is shifting, thankfully. Um, and I will give a huge shout out and thanks to all of the male growers and men in the industry that I have met and interacted with. I have never been treated with anything but the utmost respect and like very high regard, just absolute gentlemen. And I so much appreciate that because I hear horror stories about these women that get these absolutely awful messages. And I've received that very, very few times, a handful. So thank you, gentlemen, for being as stellar as you are in the field. I hope that you keep it up because we need more people like you. So yeah, support women. Buy weed from women if you have to buy it. Or maybe convince a woman in your life to try it. See if they like growing. Women are natural caretakers in most cases, and a lot of women have a natural inclination to growing anyway. So maybe share some knowledge with a handy lady you know.
Absolutely. Are there any female mentors in this industry and community that you would like to highlight?
Yes. Wow. Okay. There are some really spectacular women growers. I want to highlight two of them just from a scientific standpoint because I think they have so much knowledge to share. And that's Dr. Riley Kirk. She's on Instagram as Cannabichem. She also has a podcast called Bioactive, which I highly recommend. She makes a lot of the in-depth science related to this plant, how it interacts with our bodies, how things happen in the industry, all of that. Very approachable to all levels. She brings in a lot of experts from the industry itself and really gives you a first eye view of what's going on in there. So yes, she's great. She also has worked with Miyabi Shields, and she also is highly involved. I don't remember. It's Miyabi something. You'll have to put her Instagram title in here. But she's incredible as well. And they work a lot with dealing with the stigma of the plant and how it biologically interacts with us and all sorts of, they break down a lot of research papers and it's just, they do incredible work. So I highly recommend everybody check out both of them. They are brilliant women and they bring so much to the table in so many ways.
I appreciate you sharing all that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The last question before the hot seat is, what advice would you give to an inspiring cannabis grower looking to start their own garden?
If you're looking for a sign, this is it. Like, whatever it takes, if you're interested, let's do it. I will do it with you. I will walk the walk you walk. We can do it together. So I'm happy to bring anybody on a journey with me. Hell, I'll start a plant at the same time you do and we will grow together. So it's a joint effort. But there's so much education out there. There's so many good reasons to grow. I mean, I'm kind of the person where if you let me know you want to grow, that opens just this like a dam of information and I'm going to talk your ear off until you stop me. And by the end of, if I have any inclination, you have any idea you want to grow, I'm not going to let up on you. I'll just drop a 10 and the light off at your house. Sorry. If you think that you want to grow, you're already growing.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yes. So the more growers we get into the community, the better. The more people who can consume the plant in effective and responsible ways, the better. The more access people have to education about it, the better.
Solid advice, ma'am. I appreciate you.
Mm-hmm. So if anybody is listening to this and thinking about growing, this is your sign. Do it. Come talk to me about it. We can do it together.
Hell yeah. Well, are you ready for the hot seat, ma'am?
This wasn't the hot seat so far.
No.
It gets hotter than this.
You're damn right it does.
All right. Hit me.
All right. Which band or artist did you see for your first concert and venue?
I don't remember the venue, but it was
Okay.
Journey, and I was with my, like, middle school boyfriend's family. Yeah,
Okay.
Journey.
Oh, I'm so
Killer,
jealous.
right? So good.
Oh,
I had no idea who I was even seeing, like, I wasn't in touch with Journey at all. It was like, I listened to stuff on the radio and then the stuff my parents had available to me, and then, oh, man, I couldn't stop believing.
couldn't stop.
It's so fun because 'cause you're so easy.
Oh,
I would have gotten an eye roll from 90% of people for
Oh,
that one.
that is so good. Oh, oh, I love it. Thank you. Okay. What 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 was yours? I'm sorry. Oh, god dang it. I'm Oh, thank you. I'm sorry. All right, focus here. What was your favorite song when you were 16?
I'm trying to think of, like, that time period, and when I think it was White Rabbit by Jefferson Airplane.
Okay.
I mean, it's in the whole Alice in Wonderland theme. I told you I'm a lunatic about it. So,
Oh, that's
yeah,
great.
and that stayed one of my favorites to this day.
That's so cool. All right. What was your first audio tape that you purchased?
I think the first one I purchased myself was a CD.
Okay. What was your first CD?
So, the first CD I ever bought was Operation Ivy.
I have no idea who that is.
They're like a ska punk. I mean,
Oh.
they became like Rancid eventually. Some of their members eventually became Rancid.
Oh,
But
okay.
Up Ivy, I definitely recommend you listen to them.
Oh,
They're
I love ska.
inspirational. Yeah, maybe not ska so much because they don't have trumpets.
Oh,
But I was listening to ska at the same time. It has kind of a vibe to it. It's kind of like punk.
okay. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
No
check it out.
no brass, so it couldn't be ska.
Yeah, I get all excited about ska when the whole trumpet thing. All right. Have you met a musical artist or band in person? This could be at a meet and greet or out in the wild.
I had the Aquabats tell me how to get into the Warped Tour. That was
For real?
pretty cool. I was just like, we were wandering around and we couldn't find our way in, and I saw a group of guys and I was like, hey, do you know where we're going? And this guy turns around and I'm like, I just looked at him. And he's like, oh yeah, you go down there. And I just stood there and my friends are like, what are you doing? Let's go. And I'm like, I think that was the Aquabats. But yeah, that was cool. Other than that, I haven't met many famous people.
I
I don't
like
know
it.
anybody other than that, really.
I like that interaction. That was really cool. The out in the
Yeah.
wild. It's so
Just
much
like
fun,
one random, like, hello, where do we go? And
right?
then they were gone.
It's so wild. What is the most surprising opener you've ever seen perform live?
Okay. So I this is a long time ago. I skipped my prom to go see Bouncing Souls perform because who wants to go to a prom when you can go see Bouncing Souls? So their opener for the night was a band named Kid Dynamite, and they just killed it. I'd never heard of them before this. I honestly didn't even listen to them much after this, but that night they just like absolutely brought the house down. They rocked it. It was incredible. The vibes were off the charts and it just made the main so much better because the whole crowd was super hyped. It was an incredible night. So yeah, Kid Dynamite. I don't even know if they're around anymore. I haven't heard them in a long time.
I can't believe you skipped your prom. That's crazy.
I mean, there were two. There was like a junior prom and a senior prom. So I kind of had the prom experience already, and that wasn't my scene, you
Right.
know? Just not my jam.
Hell
So
yeah.
Bouncing Souls is way better.
That's great. Which band or artist has been your favorite to see perform live in the venue?
Um, that's a great question. I think my favorite would be the last concert I saw, which was Lord Huron at the Man, and that was just a couple of months ago. And I love Lord Huron so much. Love, love, love them. I recommend you listen to them. If you haven't yet, they're incredible. And they put on an amazing show. Just the theatrics and the whole story they're telling, they're definitely storytellers, and they're incredible. The whole night was amazing. So yes, I would definitely say Lord Huron at the Man. And the Man is a great venue. This place is like, it's covered, but it's open on all of the sides. And there's all of these like tents and stuff around, and you can hang out. It's a big, like, get to know people and kind of mingle type of concert venue.
Oh,
Really
wow.
accessible, great seats absolutely everywhere. So if anybody is in the Philadelphia area and you can see something at the Man, they're great. I've seen lots of stuff there.
Awesome. I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
If you could make your own music festival lineup, who would be your top 3 headliners? This could be dead or alive, and this is the Girl Go Grow Music Festival. So give it your best shot.
This is an impossible question, especially on the spot, because I'm going to be thinking about this all day and I'm going to change my answers.
That's fine.
So this is going to be like version 1. So 3
Yep.
headliners at a festival, dead or alive.
Yep.
Beethoven. This is so hard. This is so hard. I think right now I'd have to choose Billy Strings as one of them and his
Okay.
whole crew. And he, if he wanted to have Sierra Hull as a guest, that would be cool. He
I
could
like
bring
that.
on Grey Sky Bluegrass as well. It could be like a whole thing.
I like it. I like it.
Okay, number 3. Damn. This is so hard. Like, I kind of want to go with like Muse or Radiohead, but I kind of also want to go like Slipknot. I can't pick a third one. We'll just we'll hold place right now with. See, I can't even think of like an interim.
You gotta have something that's gonna close out the festival, bring everybody together
I
to
know, that's so hard. This is an impossible question, okay? Because so the way that I deal with music is very ADHD, in that if I like a song, I add it to the bottom of this ever-growing, never-ending playlist. And there's 2 moods I'm ever in. I can go in and I can hit shuffle all, which is like all of the chaos
right.
in chronological order of songs I've liked over the last years of my life. And so things like, important times in my life are very much represented by musical periods in this playlist. So I'm not so attached to bands as I am to specific songs.
Okay.
This is really hard to choose because I'm like, I have all of these absolutely favorite songs that I would love, 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 love,
Well,
love to see live.
yeah. Well,
God.
let's pick a song for the last. I mean,
This is probably a band you guys have never heard of before, but they sing my favorite song right now called Cast the Bronze, and it's a band called Rains, Raynes. So you guys can go listen to them if you like. I think they're amazing. And their mandolin player is just like, he's so fast. He's so fast. I'm never going to be able to play that fast.
sure you will.
So there you go. Those are the 3 for now. I'm going to come back with another list later, though.
I really love that you added Beethoven. I should have added that for mine because I love Beethoven. Like, that is so good. Your music festival is gonna be fucking amazing.
The best, right?
Yes, 100%. All right, which song instantly hypes you up?
Oh, right. This is such a stupid answer.
No,
I
no,
wish it weren't this answer, but it
no.
totally is. So there's a song called 1-800 by this artist called BB No Money. and it's ridiculous. It is a absolutely absurd song, but I can't not dance to this thing. I
That's
can't
great.
sit still if it's on. I'm just like, if I'm trying to work and this comes on, no work gets done. I'm just like rocking out until it's over and then I can get back to work.
Oh, that's so great.
And that is not going to be forever. This is very much in that ADHD musical playlist vein. That is like on my little checkerboard of most songs in YouTube music. So I'll go in and I'll like pick that song because I really like it. And then it'll just play like a radio based on that song, which is one of the ways I find new music based on other music I like. But yeah, 1-800, check it out. You can tease me for it. It's okay. I
No,
deserve it.
I appreciate it. What's a band or artist that you feel is completely underrated?
I mean, a lot of the bands and stuff I know are pretty underrated in general. Billy Strings, I know he's like at the top of his genre. Everybody should know about him. He's a prodigy. He's incredible. His whole group is incredible. Top House, I think, is a really great band that nobody knows about. Rains, of course, is another band that very few people know about. Yeah, I think that's it for now.
Awesome. Which cultivar would you pair with an album?
I would pair Smashing Pumpkins' Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness with Peppermint Kush from Barney Farms.
Bravo. Bravo. That is an amazing album.
Yes, it very much is. And
Oh my
Peppermint Kush
God.
is an amazing strain too. And
What's that?
she is like black in coloration. She goes like very vibrant green to very black in color. And she's a little unusual. I like her a lot.
Like my sister introduced me to the Smashing Pumpkins, and I've loved them so much. Like I even thought about them in Chicago. I played some of their music while I was there, just because. So, excellent answer. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
The next question is a new question. What gets you inspired and motivated for the day?
Oh. 24 ounces of coffee from Wawa. Yeah, I mean, the other answer to that is my Adderall, but I definitely need something to get me going because I won't do it on my own. I would just, if given the opportunity, I would doom scroll and rot way longer than I need to. And I have tons I need to get done. So I really can't afford that. So anything to help me get going in the morning is helpful. I also have kids and they have buses to catch. So that gets me up and moving because I have tiny bodies that rely on me in order to live their lives. And I'm not about to be a shitty mom. So yeah, kids, Adderall.
Thank you for not being a shitty mom.
I do my best. I can't promise always, but I definitely do my absolute best.
Well, I know they appreciate it. If you got bit by a spider, name 3 completely random superpowers you would get.
A spider. Does it have to be spider related or can it be any superpower?
It's completely random. So it's
so just a random anything. They don't have to be good. They just like pick a random power.
Yeah, just something that's going to benefit you.
So the number one is transmogrification.
Okay.
So changing one thing into another. I think the second I would do would be it's not a new thing. It's actually taking something away from me. So when I had my first child, one of the joys after was that I got vertigo, and it is constant and chronic. So I can't be anywhere off the ground really, or my brain sees the horizon and it can't orient my body in space. So it wants to tilt me forward. You can imagine if you're on heights and you don't have like a gate or something in front of you, this body's inclination to right itself when it's already righted can be very dangerous. So not only like keeps me off of heights, but if I do deal with heights, I get very nauseous and it can be dangerous. So I have to be super careful if I'm hiking on like high trails or anything without edges. I just have to be careful that I don't get this sensation where I'm starting to move forward. So it's very strange. I've had it for years since I had him, and it's just I can't do roller coasters anymore. I have to be really careful when I'm hiking high up, and I love hiking. I can't do things like climb trees anymore. Or anything that's really high bridges, stuff like that. Because my kids are like, oh, it's so sad that you're scared of heights. I'm like, I'm not scared of heights. They're not scary. They just, my body wants me to commit suicide when I'm on them. So I just have to avoid them. It is not because I don't want to be there, because I do. I want to be there, but I can't because of this. So yeah, getting rid of that would be great and would open up a lot more things in my life. I would appreciate that. So that's, I guess, number 2, getting rid of that vertigo or whatever it is. I'm not even sure it's completely vertigo. Number 3, teleportation.
Ooh, yeah. That's a common answer, and I think it's a great answer every single time.
Why do we not have these yet?
Right.
Like, I had the Jetsons in my childhood. I had promises that were laid out before me, and I don't have teleportation. I don't have a Rosie robot. Like, what are we doing?
Right. A Rosie robot. Why don't we have them? You're right.
Seriously, can we use AI to like fold my laundry so I can do art instead of having them do art so I can fold laundry? Like, there were backwards here. Things are backwards.
Yes.
Give me my Rosie robot.
Hell yes.
But yeah, being able to see different people in the community with ease, that would be great. Being able to see my friends are all around the world would be great. Being able to see new places would be awesome. So yeah, teleportation. Although I think that there'd have to be some limitations with that. That's a pretty dangerous ability.
It is. Yeah. I like your answers though. It's wonderful.
Good. I'm glad.
All right.
Please.
Thank you. Which terps and or smells are your favorite?
Oh, I'm such a basic bitch when it comes to this. I like that fruit. Give me that sweet high fruit. Love it. I like gas too. That's a good one. I'm not a huge fan of chem. I do like the linalool terpene, but it's hard for me to find a profile that has that lavender in it that doesn't come across tasting like lavender scented Windex when it has a chem profile. So I avoid those. I have to stay away from myrcene because it absolutely knocks me out. I can like smell a high myrcene strain and I'm like yawning. It puts me down. So that's one of the reasons why I stay away from indicas. A lot of indicas have myrcene, and myrcene just knocks me out.
So does this mean I'm a basic bitch because I like the fruity terps as well?
Welcome to the club, sir. We're making jackets.
Basic bitch. All right.
Bitch Terps Club.
Basic bitch terp club. I fucking love it. Yeah, totally.
Yes.
We're definitely having a jacket for that shit.
Mm-hmm. I do love terpenoline as well. So when I can find those super high, fruity, terpenoline heavy strains, beautiful. Love it.
Hell yeah. If you could design the best cultivar for yourself, what would be in it and why?
I'm actually going to be trying to make the best cultivar for myself. And she's going to be a combination of Mango Smile and Golden Goat, because both of those strains are pretty much close to my perfect medicine. And I love them dearly. So to mix them together, it can't be bad, right? Good plus good equals great, we hope.
Absolutely.
We hope. So yeah, I really love those happy, high, chatty sativas. The fruit-based ones.
Hell yeah.
Golden Goat is very unique in that she has a very specifically terpenoline smell to her. If you know that terpenoline smell, it's very specific, and she smells a lot like just straight terpenoline. So if I can take the lovely Mango Smile flavor and then bring in that extra terpinolene from the golden goat. Sign me up. Let's do it.
Love it. Do you have a favorite pothead memory?
Um, yeah, it's from a long time ago. Uh, it was back when weed was so giggly you couldn't control yourself. Back when you could find those strains where it was, this is like early college, and these strains made you laugh so hard your abs hurt the next day. And if you can find strains like this now, please let me know what they are. The ones that are just like, they feel like that laughing phase when you're doing mushrooms, when it's just like you can't help it, everything's hilarious. And I loved that about it. So we had these really silly laughing strain. The guy I was seeing had just come back from picking up this particular bud from the current plug we had at the time. And he was sitting there very, very strange. And my best friend and I were looking at each other and we're like, what is wrong with this guy? And we're kind of giggling about it because this stuff is really starting to take over. And we're looking at each other, we're looking at him and we're laughing. And then he looks at us and he goes, did you guys see that? We were like, what? He goes, did you see that? And I was like, did we see what? And he was like, the guy walking his dog. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, there's a little guy walking his dog in front of the TV. And I looked at him and I'm like, what did he give you? And he was like, well, this. And I was like, no. Did you smoke something with Steve when you were with him? And he was like, yeah. I was like, what was it? And he goes, I don't know, but I had to crawl home between the cars because there were people looking for me. So I had to get on the phone to Steve, and it turns out that he had PCP laced in this joint of his. So this is kind of like a PCP story.
Oh
And
my
that is
god.
not shit that we fucked with at all. So this guy who's never done PCP before had just had a head full of this giant blunt laced with PCP. And my best friend and I are on this weed that makes us laugh so hard we can't even stand up. Like we have tears streaming down our cheeks because we're laughing so hard. And this guy is like seeing crazy shit that he shouldn't be seeing. He's totally like paranoid off his rocker, and we are like on the floor rolling. It was, to experience it was hilarious. I'm sure that my boyfriend at the time did not have as good a time as we did. But yeah, that was a big one. That is one of my favorite
Whoa.
stoner memories because it was so much. There was so much going
Jesus.
on. It was so chaotic, and I couldn't even panic about it because I was so stoned and silly that it was just like, this isn't real. And it made it like, if I had been sober and he was experiencing that, I'd been like, we got to go to the hospital. Like, this is terrible. Oh my gosh. And instead I was just like, I think we should watch Harry Potter.
Oh my god. That's insane.
Crazy shit like that. I'm telling you, like, it's a miracle that myself and a lot of my friends aren't dead. I'm
Right?
sure that you feel the same way. Like, our
Oh,
generation are just feral children.
for real. I've lost so many friends along the way. I'm so surprised I'm still alive. Trips me the fuck out.
Yeah.
Jesus. All right. Have you ever had an experience with cannabis and law enforcement that you're willing to share? No worries if you don't want to share.
You know I have. We've talked about this. Yes. So I was arrested for possession at a Two Skinny Jays concert when I was in college. I was like thrown in jail for the night. They released me on my own recognizance or whatever it was the following morning. Had to get a lawyer, went to court, got it expunged. I had to go to they sent me to AA meetings as part of like my penance. That it just goes to show you that, like, between people, for people that don't know, there's just no correlation between how cannabis actually fits. Then again, that was a while ago. But yeah, I had to go to AA meetings. I had to write like some journal entries, and then the court expunged my record.
God, it's so ridiculous. Our legal system.
Yep. Yep, it
Ugh,
always.
I'm
But
sorry that you missed out on Two Skinny Jays because they are fucking amazing live.
I wish I had seen them. He nabbed me like literally during the opening.
That's such bullshit. Like that cop, I swear he should get bitch slapped today because he ruined your experience of Two Skinny Jays.
Yeah, and it wasn't even for anything good. It was like ground up schwaggin, like those one hitters that looked like the metal ones that looked like cigarettes.
Oh, really? That was
Yeah,
it?
that was it.
Oh my
It
god.
was like
What?
probably a gram or less. It was
What?
nothing. It was absolutely nothing. It was ridiculous. So
Oh, that's horrible. I'm sorry you had to deal with that shit.
it's all right. My friends should have been better lookouts.
For
Like,
real. For real. Well, this next question is a new question. If you could turn back time and talk to your 18-year-old self, what would you tell young G3?
don't marry him. um, I would have told myself to give into my creative side a lot earlier. I was raised in a household where creativity was not honored or appreciated, and academics were the priority. And I was a very good student, and I had super high GPA, and I had like very nothing else. So I fed my brain, but not my soul. So I would have told myself to lean into my creativity, and maybe I would have gotten to a place where I was a lot happier a lot earlier.
For sure.
Having to like unlearn things that you think of as fact about yourself is very hard. I had to like teach myself that I can be a creative person. I had all of this stuff inside me that wanted to come out. And I just kept telling myself, you're not creative. You're not creative. You can't make art. You can't do any of this. And
Yeah.
it's just lies. Don't lie to yourself. You
Yeah.
absolutely can do absolutely everything.
Yeah. You can't treat yourself like shit. Definitely can't put yourself down. It's
Mm-hmm.
not it's not good for yourself. It's not healthy mentally and physically.
Yep. It's hard to unlearn
Oh, for
things
sure.
that have been ingrained into you, for decades.
Yeah.
So I highly encourage anybody to do that. Try
Yeah.
something you haven't tried before.
Oh yeah.
I have a lot of random advice. So you guys are going to have a laundry list of activities I expect you to complete after this show. Go back, make a tally. I expect to see some check marks.
Damn right. Thank you. All right. What was your first cannabis event?
My first cannabis event. I think it was, I don't even remember the name of it now. I went to Oklahoma to visit Cassie, who some of you may remember is Barely Growing. She isn't really in the community much anymore. I don't even think she grows much anymore. But I went to visit her and her lovely family, and we went to this Oklahoma cannabis festival. And I had to do this whole temporary medical card and everything way before I even got there. So there was a lot of planning that went into it. But it was this big open consumption festival. It was really fun. They did have like people sleeping over and staying at this campground, I guess, but they had a pool in it too. And I was just like looking in the pool. I was just like, I can't even imagine what kind of body fluids are in there. It was an interesting crowd. But that was my first cannabis event ever. Left with a lot of stuff. Cassie got super overwhelmed. And we had to I had to calm her down before we left. So that shifted the thing very quickly. But yeah, that was the first one. It was chaos. I don't even remember what it was called.
That's okay.
Yeah, random festival in Oklahoma.
There you go. Which cannabis event has been your favorite to attend?
The Alabri pop-up.
Hell yeah.
That was an easy answer. Getting to meet some of my favorite people in the entire world. I mean, it couldn't have been better than it was.
All right. Who was the first grow me you met in the community?
That is a good question. I can't remember if it was Captain Autoflower or Cassie first. I think it was Barely Growing when I went to Oklahoma.
Oh wow.
I think she was the first. We were super, super, super close for a long time. And then I think Captain Autoflower might have been the second. He lives not too far north of me, and we started doing a podcast together, so that was just naturally very easy. And I've hung out with him quite a few times since. Yep. So those were the first two.
Heck yeah. Which grow me from the community are you looking forward to meeting?
Oh my gosh, how do I pick one?
You could do a couple. That's fine.
Okay, so she's only partially in the community still. She has like one leg in, one leg out. But Mama Q, she, I don't know if you guys remember Brittany. She was the third member of Girls on the Grow back when we did that morning podcast. So Mama Wanna Q was our third member, and she is just the most spectacular human being I've ever met in my entire life. So she is a literal angel on earth, and I would love to meet her in person. Love to.
Heck yeah. All right. If you had one cultivar of cannabis to consume for the rest of your life, what would it be?
I'm going to answer with the cultivar that doesn't exist yet, and that's the pheno I choose between the Golden Goat and Mango Smile Cross, because I couldn't choose between those two girls. It would be one of them if I had to ultimately come down to it. It would be either Golden Goat or Mango Smile. So let's just smash them together and call it a day.
That's fantastic. What's your go-to method to consume cannabis?
I like the bong. It's my favorite. You've got that. I'm a witch, so I've got that earth, air, fire, water, spirit thing going on with a bong, which I really find very comforting. There's also some ritual in having a bong that you really love, and sitting down and having the whole method of like consciously consuming that I find a really important part of my life. So yeah, bong is my number one go-to. Joints are easy for things like shows and other things. But yeah, those are the top two. I
Hell yeah.
can't do that, like the burnt popcorn peanutty smell that comes with vaping. It gets under my skin so bad. So I can like handle it in small amounts, but it's not something I could do regularly.
I understand. What's a stoner myth that you think is total bullshit?
A what method?
I'm sorry?
What's a what method? A
A,
stoner method?
no, what's a stoner myth you think?
Oh, a myth.
Yes, I apologize.
I was like, a method. I was like, we're talking bro
Yes,
science, or we're talking like, um,
it's my accent. I apologize.
I love it. So a stoner myth is that we're lazy or that we can't get anything done.
Yeah,
And that's probably like one of the number one answers, because it's part of that horrible stigma that, oh, I can't be a good mom or be active in a lifestyle that is productive and healthy and working towards mental, emotional, spiritual, physical health if I'm a stoner and I consume regularly. And it's not the case.
oh, for sure. I love that answer. Is there a cultivar that you're interested in trying to grow that you've never grown?
Yeah, I really like the idea of some of the mutant and strains like Freak Show and the variegated cannabis. I really love the variegated stuff. I think that's stunning. So those I definitely want to try. So there's also this rumor that Alebrije and Howling are going to be working on like a really sativa or an indica dominant, like huge indica dominant. And while I'm not an indica consumer, my art really likes those big fat leaves. So these guys are going to be going as broad as they possibly can. So I want to get on the ground floor of that, because my art studio is like, yes, give us the fat, chunky leaves.
Oh, that'd be great. It's gonna look good on your clothing as well.
I hope so. Yeah. So boys, I humbly submit myself as a tester.
Hey, that sounds good.
Yeah, it'll be great. Can't wait.
All right. What is your all-time favorite cultivar and why?
Golden Goat. A lot of these are the same answer. My all-time favorite cultivar is Golden Goat for multiple reasons. Mostly because of the way that she makes me feel. She's perfect medicine for me. And secondly, because it was kind of like one of the strains that I tried, one of the first ones that I tried when I came back into smoking kind of more regularly. You know, I was a regular smoker in like high school and college, and then that kind of dropped off. And then coming back into it, I think Golden Goat was maybe the second or third thing I got from a dispensary. And I just loved her so much. And that was an indication to me that, conversely to how other strains had been making me feel, that there are strain specific effects. And that just didn't even really cross my mind much before that. I thought highs, stimulating, or sedating. And I didn't realize that there were so many subtle intricacies in how the plant can make you feel. And that was my first like light bulb moment that made me realize that, hey, there's a lot more to this than I originally thought. And that kind of gave way into consuming more and then finding the seed and then growing and now speaking on a podcast and talking to you here and teaching other people how to grow. And yeah, she was Golden Goat. She was my gateway drug.
That's great. Love it. Who are some of your favorite breeders?
Ooh, all of our like close knit community breeders are my favorite because I know them as people and I know how much they love this plant and I know the efforts that they put into it. So that's super easy. Alabrije, Joint Custody, Outcast, Goonie. Who am I missing?
Green guy.
BGG. There you go. That's exactly who I was missing. Yeah, they're just best of the best people and breeders. And they constantly push themselves to be better, which is what we need. They're exemplary craftsmen.
Absolutely. Wonderful answer. Do you have a favorite cannabis related movie and or TV show?
I always loved Half Baked.
Great.
It's surprising to me now how much it really was a documentary versus a just a silly stoner film. Like how much of it has really come to be a big part of what cannabis culture was. So yeah, I loved that. The first time I saw it, I was like, this can't possibly be real.
Yeah, it is a great, great movie.
Yeah.
I love it.
And well, it's not really a stoner movie, but if you haven't seen Donnie Darko Stoned, I highly recommend it.
Oh, that's
It's
great.
one of my favorites to watch, like really blasted out of my head. It's great.
Oh, excellent answer. If you could have a smoke session with anyone dead, who would it be?
Jane Austen, she wrote Pride and Prejudice, which is my favorite book.
Okay.
She was all about women standing up for themselves and behaving with a little bit of sass and class. So, yeah, I would talk to Jane Austen.
Excellent. Same question, but alive.
These are such good questions. They're so hard to answer. I might get a lot of flack for this answer, but maybe Barack Obama.
For real?
I don't know. I kind of would really want to see him super stoned.
I kind of would
I
like to
think
see
he
that
would
too.
be absolutely hilarious. I mean, I really think that if you got that guy blasted off of his mind, he could be so funny. And I'm not talking like political agenda this or he was this president that did that or not. It's just his personality and those vibes, I think could be so funny. So funny. Like I said, I'm probably going to get shit for this answer and it's not politically motivated in any way.
No, no.
It's absolutely based on his vibe and his personality.
Well, I mean, the reality is it was his nudge that started making the states legalized. So we have that to thank him for.
Yeah.
So it's a great answer.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing him hide either.
I know, just like seriously, like so silly stuff because he really had this like very kind of silly demeanor to him a lot of the time. And I think if he could just like let loose and have a good time, that would be
Oh, for sure.
so funny.
Hell yeah.
So funny. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is the last question of the hot seat. Do you have a favorite cannabis podcast, and who are they?
My favorite cannabis podcast is Cultivation Conversation.
There you
Those
go.
guys are awesome. They're awesome.
For
You want to
real.
learn how to grow and not fuck shit up too badly.
For
They can help out. I
real.
like them a lot. The girl's kind of a pain in the ass, though. She's a little obnoxious.
What? Don't knock her till you try her. She's cool as shit.
Yeah, she can be. She
Right?
can be. Yep.
Speaking of which, we got the Uno reverse card going on with our shirts.
Yeah. Having
Right?
a wonderful time.
Hell yeah.
Yes. I actually, secret to everybody who's listening, I actually didn't have this shirt on originally because I didn't want to be that guy. I came in and I was like, oh, should I change? And
I
then I
was
did because
I was being that guy.
yes, and I definitely needed that little push of peer pressure. I was like, I can't be that guy. That's so weird. But it's not. I just need to accept my total weirdness. I am cringe and weird. That's just who I am as a person. If that's not for you, cool.
Well, the next segment is my Thank a Grow Me segment. Each week, I thank a Grow Me in the community, and I also encourage you to thank a Grow Me or Grow Me's in the community as well. But since I have you here, I'm going to go ahead and thank you. So first off, I would like to thank you for meeting up with me. I've truly enjoyed our conversations that we've had. And also, I'd like to thank you for giving your time to all of us in the community and beyond. You truly are an inspiration to many of us. It's refreshing having a genuine person in the community.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you.
You're welcome. Uh, do you have a grow me in the community that you would like to thank?
Oh, I have lots of Grammys in the community. I would like to thank. There is not enough time to thank everybody. First of all, you, of course. I mean, not only are you just an exceptional grower, you're amazing to the community, but you've become a really good friend of mine, and we've had a lot of fun. So, yeah, thank you for being you. I really appreciate it. Thanks for bringing me on.
Oh, for
I
sure.
love all of the attention I can get. So if you don't like my voice, people, I'm so sorry. But yeah, I love all of that. Big thanks to Captain Autoflower for bringing me into Cultivation Conversation. I still remember the first day he called me and he's like, "Will you be the Robin to my Howard?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And it's been wonderful ever since. It really helps keep me connected in a very strong way to the community. Gives me so much back in return. Like I can't even tell you the feeling when somebody messages you and is like, "Hey, something you said really helped me out," or "Hey, these are the guys that like basically taught me to grow." That's a drug that can't be replicated. That's just, oh my gosh, incredible. So knowing that you helped someone into an arena that then brings them joy, holy cow, that's like why I'm here. It's why I do all of this. So if I can help convince more people to grow or grow in a way that better suits them or grow stuff that better suits them, that's what I want to do. It's what brings me joy. So thanks to Captain Autoflower for giving me that outlet, I guess. Thanks to everybody who watches me every week on Tuesdays at 9 p.m. It's great.
Eastern, 9 p.m. Eastern.
9 p.m. Eastern, 6
Yeah.
p.m. Pacific. Yeah, thanks to all of that. It's just you guys keep me engaged. And with my ADHD, there's a real chance at any given time that a hobby can just fall through the cracks, even a hobby that brings me so much joy in return. And you guys keep this dopamine flowing at the front of my brain all the time. I'm constantly challenged. My brain is constantly thinking of new things to do. I want to try everything. I want to try it all. I want to do everything. I want to gain all the knowledge I can. So thanks to everybody in the community You couldn't do this without you.
Absolutely. Well, there's a few other Gromies I'd like to thank in the community
Mhm.
myself. I'd also like to thank Human, Endo, and Ganic for the kind words. I recently had did a podcast with Alabrije, which I was really excited about, and it's nice to getting some good feedback from that.
They're best.
Oh,
They're
for
amazing.
sure.
And anybody, I'm set things all over the place. I was talking to Cumin and I was asking him questions about the DIY Canatrol because we were discussing that in our Discord. And I was very interested in it because I find drying and curing somewhat obnoxious. So anything to help me would be great, but not if it costs $1,600. So I was talking to Cumin about how he did his, and he kind of mentioned off the cuff, like, oh, I was thinking of doing a video about this. I was like, yeah, you should. And like that night, he messages me a link to a full walkthrough of a DIY
Oh my
Canatrol. And
goodness.
it's brilliant. It's perfect. He shows everything. He explains everything. He goes through everything you need. So if a Canatrol or a DIY Canatrol is something you're interested in, I would highly recommend you checking that out. I have the link. It's on our Discord. You can search for it on YouTube. It's just under Cumin. And yeah, I highly recommend using it. So yes, I agree with your shout out to the boy because he's great.
He really is great. I like him. I'm looking forward to talking to him soon.
Yeah. Good. You should definitely. He's so wonderful.
Awesome. Well, the next segment is upcoming events. Do you have any upcoming events that you're looking forward to, whether it's cannabis or music related?
Yes, actually. I have 3 big things that I have coming up that I'm really excited about. Next weekend, I'm taking my littles out to Benezet. Actually, it's not really Benezet. It's a little north of Benezet, but that's in Pennsylvania where they have there. It's really close to Dark Skies, which is the darkest part of PA. There's very, very, very little light pollution, so you can see the stars really well. And right now is the middle of the elk rut. So lots of elk around, lots of bugling, lots of huge antlers, and it's a sight to see. So we're gonna go and check out some elk this weekend. So that's event number 1. That's gonna be super fun. Cabining out in the middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania. And then in October, beginning of October, I'm going to see Green Sky Bluegrass in Harrisburg. So that'll be really good. And then beginning of November, I'm going down to see Billy Strings in Baltimore.
Ooh, man, you got like an awesome lineup coming up
Oh,
here
I'm
soon.
so excited.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, lots of really exciting, awesome things happening.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm uber jealous.
You have a bunch of stuff coming up.
I do. Yeah. I'm actually next weekend I'm going to Oceans Calling Music Festival in Ocean City, Maryland. I'm going to be meeting up with Blackwater, Mrs. Blackwater, and the Chirp Therapist. We're all going to the festival together, and then I'm also going to be meeting up with Early Bird while I'm out there, and I'm meeting up with Mighty Mike on the way out there. So I'm just going to be bouncing around for a few days.
That's what you do there, right?
Pretty
Best
much.
people around too.
Yeah, I try to meet up with as many people as possible and have a little fun in the meantime. So I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to it. Yeah, I
And
went
the
to
lineup for that thing is nuts.
right,
Nuts.
right. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that could just be the G3 festival. Just we'll have that under my name. I'll call it a day. There you go.
I'll put your sticker over the banner or something at some point.
Exactly. There you go. I claim this as my answer now. Yeah, lots of really great bands with lots of throwback memories. So
Oh, for
I hope
sure.
you guys have so much fun.
Thank you. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that. And then the following weekend, I'm flying out to Denver to see Sleep Token with my best friend from high school. Uh, where
I am chartreuse with envy. Like tickets were insane. There was
yes,
just no way, but man, I tried.
yeah. But I'm actually seeing it in Denver at the Ball Arena, so I'm looking forward to that. I've seen um Deftones and Gojira at Ball Arena a couple of years ago. And that was really spectacular. And so I'm looking forward to going to see Sleep Token.
Oh, I can't even. They must. I'm sure that their show just has to be
Oh yeah,
next level.
yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing the drummer. That's my thing. Also, while I'm out there, I'm gonna meet up with Diabetic. It'll be my first time meeting him. So, um,
I
trying to
think
meet.
it's so funny. You do like grow me car bingo.
I used to have the car bingo back in the day.
See, it's natural for you. This is bringing you comfort on another level. You're feeding your inner child.
Oh god, it's so good. Oh, I love it. Thank you so much. Yes, that's exactly what this is. I used to have a car bingo where you'd have like the little yellow. It had red film on it, so you would have to like cover up every time you seen. Yes, that's
Yep.
exactly what it is. Oh my god. Thank you so much for that. Okay. There is one thing that I did skip over that I wanted to mention before the end of the show. I went inside the bathroom and I came back out and y'all were all sitting in the back table. It was you, Nerd, Grateful, Dolly, and Endo. And Nerd flips out his phone and he's like, "What do you think about this?" And it was that damn Paranoid Country meme that he made. He told me the story about that shit. I was like, "Oh my god." I died so laughing so freaking hard. It was so funny.
It definitely took me a second because I was like, no, what? Because I was being introduced. He timed it perfectly because I think it was right when I was talking to Jsaw about Murder by Death. So we're talking about different bands anyway. And Nerd just he's like, hey G3, if you have you heard these guys? And I picked it up and I'm like looking this cover and I'm like, oh no. And I'm like getting ready to ask him about it. And the way you were standing like triggered something. And I was like, wait a second. And I like looked closer and I was like, oh my God. It was so good. I mean, it looked legit. I literally thought that he had just pulled up a picture from like Spotify.
Oh no, he had that parental advisory sticker in the corner.
Everything. Like there was we don't need AI. We've got nerd grows.
Oh, 100%. Oh my god, he is
Yeah,
so
that was fast.
quick. He is
It
so
was so
quick.
fast. And yeah, he got me good.
Oh, it was great. All right, so I had to share that. It was just so funny. Paranoid Country. I love it. All right, well, this is the end of the show. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you the opportunities to give out your socials.
Uh yes, you can find me on Instagram from time to time at GirlGoGrow. You can also find my art page at underscore Geyer ampersand gimbal underscore. That's really complicated. I'm also on Discord a lot in a lot of the different servers. So you can, if you want to get in contact with me, you can hit me a DM, hit me on my grow page in the Cultivation Conversation Discord, at me, whatever. And then I'm also on Cultivation Conversation, a podcast for growers by growers, on Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and Twitch. I usually put a link up in my stories on Instagram, and in our Discord, we'll at everybody right before we go live. So, yeah, if I didn't annoy you too much, come hang out with me some more. We'll have a good time. You might learn something. You might not too, but you know, maybe you'll teach me something. That would be even better.
Awesome. Well, everyone listening and watching, thank you. I hope you're out there having a wonderful time. Thank you, Girl Go Grow, for joining the show.
Thank you, my darlings.